Hello. So, um, not long ago now, I finished editing the video I recorded a small while back, where I tested my XP machine for the first time. That was a very interesting video to make. It's very unique, very ambitious in a way, and very experimental for me in a lot of ways. Let's start off with just some more general things, that make the video a little bit more interesting than some of my prior videos. The video is nearly an hour long. Now, I checked my back catalogue earlier today, and there is, other than old live streams where I did fossil petting, which, don't worry, that will be happening soon, there is only a single video where there's only a single video where the length came anywhere close to what was seen with the most recent video. And, well, yeah, it's not good. It went disastrously, as I hope you just saw, as I hope I left enough space to shove in. So, yeah, that's something new for me. It's also the biggest project I've worked on, and that video was end of 2020, more or less, November 2020. Anyways, as I was about to say, it's also, I'd argue, the most ambitious thing I've worked on since Poppers. And that was end of 2019 when that wrapped up. It feels so weird saying that. Poppers ended before the pandemic began. And I've not worked on anything that ambitious in the 5 years since... 5.5 years. Oh my goodness. Since Poppers, the original series, wrapped up. So that's the general stuff out of the way. No, one more thing in terms of that. It's also the most I've experimented with technology in a video. There is one other video I can think of. I think it was from around the end of 2017, where I had no capture card, so I was relying on two things. I was using my tablet as a webcam, and I was using an Xbox One's built-in recording features as the method of recording the video. And I think what I probably did was uploaded it to OneDrive on there and compiled it all in KineMaster. Wow. So yeah, that really is something. This is also entirely new for me for other reasons. It's the first true physical world video I've done. I'm not used to recording outside of the digital landscape. Like, previously, most of my videos have either been capturing gameplay or, indeed, poppers, which is animating, or I suppose a better term would just be keyframing still images and using... Yeah, I daren't call it true animation. But yeah, this is the first time I've really dabbled in recording things in the physical world, and the first time also that I've used Canon Live to make a video. I've dabbled in it in the past. I actually dabbled in it way back when Poppers, Suspicious Looking Furries, and Lame Adventures were all still relevant, were all still in development. But it was really complicated. I never really got into it. It's still really complicated, but I've made an effort, and I'm really, really proud of how some things have come out. Like, I actually got the logo to work. Like, that's such a small thing. But I got the logo in the right place, it fades in, it's lovely. I got all the clips to have a consistent gap, which was something I was struggling with when I was initially editing the video a good while back now. Pretty much, I think the night after, or the night after that, I originally recorded it. I finally fixed that. I managed to obscure the person who was on the phone wallpaper. I'm very happy with how that came out. It's, again, such a simple thing, and that was actually done via keyframing, so yeah. But there are some things I'm also not too proud of. First of all is, well, my inexperience kind of comes through. Seeing as this is the first time I've ever really dabbled in trying to get something that old and that complex to work, like, don't get me wrong, I've experimented with testing old technology before. I've got Linux on a 2008 and a 2011 laptop. I've gotten Discord to work today, in the modern day, on a Samsung S3 Mini. I'm no stranger to doing really stupid things with old technology. But this was a first. And my inexperience comes through with, well, stupid things like how clumsy I was, which I'm proud of that. I think it adds a little bit to the video. And the thing where I forgot to turn the bloody the wall outlet back on. That was embarrassing at the time. But yeah. No. I'm kind of not proud of that. I'm more so not proud of how long it is. Originally I was going to trim a lot more, but Rexo. I'm sure you all know Rexo. If you don't, then you will. But Rexo convinced me to keep the video at the length it is now. So kudos to her. But yeah, I worry that it's just a bit too long and not too engaging. So yeah, it's, you see, if it was me experimenting with like old software and stuff, which I kind of did in the addendum at the end, I think it would have been a lot more interesting. But seeing as this was me just testing the hardware, it definitely feels like it should have been a part of a wider video. What else do I think? That's it. The main thing is how underexposed some clips are. And that one's entirely my fault. At the time I was recording, I hadn't been into old digital cameras long, and old digital photography and videography. And so, due to how bright and overexposed the old LCDs are, I was really, really compensating by lowering the exposure on the video in an attempt to, not make things like text legible, because the kind of look you're going for is grainy, is old, is the sort of thing you'd get from a digital camera from the early 2000s. You did at least want to be able to somewhat tell what was going on. And in some clips, I absolutely nailed that. In others, I horrifically underexposed the footage and near enough ruined what was there. I suppose as a final little thing is, at the time I was making that, I believe somewhere around the time my second or third video came out. Rug on the bloody bench. Yeah, somewhere in that gap, I think. I really didn't know what a Rug on the Run video was yet. I know this is quite rich, as my last video is an hour of Mr. Bonzo's theme in reverse, but I've had a lot of time to think. There's an entire other thing in production right now, and I even have, if you go into the description, you'll see now that videos have little categories they fall into. Little, I forget the exact term I used, formats, that was the one. That was the words, that was the one, yes. They all have their own little formats I've categorised them as, so I'm I have a much better idea of what I want Rug on the Run to be, and that video does fall into it, but just, yeah. I'm a lot more comfortable, I'm a lot more, hopefully, even more hopefully, a lot more competent. So, yeah, that's been my little bit of director's commentary, my little retrospective. I've not yet decided on what this category / format is going to be called, so that's fun. But by the time you see this, which will probably be, well, I'm uploading the XPPC video tomorrow, so I'll either upload it tomorrow as well, or I'll upload it the day after. I'm still undecided, but that's everything for now. This has been Rug on the Run. That was me. I have a film to watch, and I have snacks to absolutely not eat. Yes, the film just fell on the floor. I'm no less clumsy than I was making the other video. Oh my goodness. Goodbye, everyone!